Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sebastian, and welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we'll give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. So we got a show here today that's probably going to piss some people off, but who cares? All right, who cares? Before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. So this weekend, they had the NBA Hall of Fame enrichment ceremony, right? And certain players are being inducted into the Hall of Fame, Carmelo Anthony being one of them, Dwight Howard being one of them. But then they had something else, which is interesting. They were inducting the 2008 Redeem team into the Hall of Fame as well, right? So you had some people making it into the Hall of Fame 2 times. Like Kobe Bryant was a 2-time Hall of Famer, right? He went in as a player, now he went in as a part of the member of the 2008 Redeem team. You had some current players like LeBron James and Chris Paul making it while still being active players. You had a whole bunch of stuff, and it was a festive weekend. People were saying this, saying that. And one of the members from the team that was a part of that team, Michael Redd, recently went viral for some comments that he made, right? And I want to read the headline here from an article that we're sourcing from Basketball Network saying this. We didn't want to team up because it was a sign of cowardice. Michael Redd on how pivotal the Redeem team was in the arrival of NBA super teams. And I'm like, oh, well, this is interesting now. So I tried to hunt down the actual video, the audio of it, of him saying this. And I was able to find it, but I didn't find it in the typical place that I would normally find videos, the actual source video. I actually found it from a friend to the channel, friend to the DREAMERSPRO channel, the basketball show, and he had actually talked about it a day ago. So we want to play the sound from his channel. So if you hear his music, it's from his channel. But before we even get into what Michael Redd had to say, today's video is brought to you by sponsor, Game Time. One of the things I love the most is making unforgettable memories with family and friends. And one of the things I hate the most is overpaying for tickets only to find out that there was a better deal out there. That's one of the reasons I started using Game Time. Game Time is the easy go-to app for last-minute tickets to sports, concert, and theater events across 60+ states in the US and Canada. Game Time saves me time, money, and stress by curating only the best deals, so I'm not wasting a whole bunch of time scrolling through overpriced tickets. Game Time Picks is my favorite tool. It highlights the best value seats instantly. No more guesswork, no more wasting time. For example, I'm really looking forward to watching some of these NBA Summer League games. Here's what I like to do. I choose between the cheapest deal, the great deal, or the amazing deal. Once you select the ticket you want, you can use their panoramic seat view to ensure you know exactly what you're getting before you buy. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the app, create an account, and use code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Again, create an account and use redeem code CLNS for $20 off. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So what I want to do now is I want to play what he had to say, Michael Redd, and then we're going to come back and continue on with the show. Take a listen to his comments here.
In fact, some of the conversations circling around, maybe we team up. What if we play together, right? Like that notion of like the super teams coming together.
08.
And 08 was happening then, 07 and 08. Yeah. Like, yo, what if we play together? How would that look? What if we played together?
Yeah. And 2 years later, you got LeBron and Wade. 3 years later, 100%. CP and Kobe for a minute.
There you go. There you go. And it all spawned from that moment together because we actually found out that we do actually like each other. And like, I like your game. And like, we
could both be stars.
Yeah. Exactly. That was a foreign thought back then. And we all, at that time, the climate in the league that time was we all took pride in having our own individual teams. And we didn't want to team up. Because it was a sign of cowardice, or like there's pride in having your own squad. Yeah. You know, and that was the predominant cloud over the NBA. Now it's changed, obviously, in the last 15 years. But back then that was the thing. That's where it kind of began.
Excellent. So you heard what he had to say. So let me continue on what this report says. It said the Redeem team recently entered the Basketball Hall of Fame for their starring role in putting the United States back on top of the global hoop stage after bronze medal finish in 2004 Athens Olympics and the 2006 FIBA World Championship in Japan. It then continues on. However, according to All-Star wingman Michael Redd, that wasn't all the team did. He claimed that having all those superstars together for extended periods allowed them to have conversations about teaming up in the NBA, which in turn led to the much publicized and highly criticized formation of the Miami Heat's big three of LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. He says, after the U.S. finished third in the 2004 Olympics, USA Basketball realized that the method of gathering some of the NBA's biggest names and having them play immediately at a high level didn't work. So for the 2008 Olympics, they took a different approach by bringing the players together for an extended period of time prior to the tournament. The training camp not only helped improve the team chemistry, but it also opened their eyes to one another, shattering preconceived notions and fostering genuine friendships. And then it played his comments there, and then it went on to say a few other things there. So you heard what he had to say. What are my thoughts about this? I followed this closely. I followed the Redeem Team closely. I remember like the 4-part, 5-part documentary that they put together that was kind of chronicling them going to the Olympics. It was very I think you can even find it on YouTube, right? I remember all of that. But during that time in the NBA, players were not looking to team up with one another. At that time, the mindset was, I have my own team. Carmelo Anthony already mentioned this. I think it's one of the reasons he was reluctant to join the Big Three. He's like, I got my own team. And there was a lot of pride in kind of like having your own team in terms of you're the star of your own team, and I'm going out there to face you guys. I think Carmelo at the time was with Denver. LeBron was with Cleveland. Wade was with Miami. Kobe was with the Lakers. Michael Redd was with the Milwaukee Bucks. Chris Bosh was with the Toronto Raptors. Dwight Howard, I think, was with the Magic. I don't remember. Darren Williams with the Utah Jazz. So everybody had their own squad, right? And at the time, that's just the way it was. You took a lot of pride in, like, this is my team. But when these guys now got together and said to themselves, hey, why don't we pair up? It created a new different thing. Because it's like, prior to them doing this, you were viewed as a coward. It's true. Now, something we got to ask ourselves is this. Why didn't Kobe try to do that? Why didn't Kobe try to do that? All of these other dudes did. Why didn't Kobe walk away and be like, yo, man, why don't I play with Dwayne Wade? Or, man, it would be nice to play with Chris Bosh. Oh, man, it would be nice to play with Carmelo Anthony. Or it'd be nice to play with this guy. It'd be nice to play with that guy. Why didn't Kobe have that mentality? Do you know why? I think because Kobe was too busy trying to let them dudes know that he was better than all of them. And there's no way for me to let you know that if I'm playing on the same team with you. I'm trying to beat your ass. It's interesting how Kobe didn't walk away with that mindset or even participate in those conversations. Isn't that interesting? D-Wade, all of these guys, they were over there scheming in the corner and all of this stuff in the dark. Oh, man, we do that, we do that. Man, Kobe got 3, man. What we going to do? This is a fact. D-Wade already admitted when they watched Kobe Bryant win 5 rings. He called up LeBron like, yo, what are we going to do, bro? What are we going to do? This dude is at 5. I'm at 1. You're at 0. Melo's at 0. Bosh is at 0. What are we going to do? It ain't working out the way we want it to work out. This is a fact. He said this. He admitted this to Paul Gasol. It's a fact. So the question is, why didn't Kobe say, man, why don't I team up with one of these dudes? I think it's because he felt like he ain't need him. I feel like Kobe felt he was so good that he didn't need a LeBron or these guys. He just needed somebody that was good enough. Give me a Paul Gasol and I'll be all right with that. And I'll be okay with that. And the moment he got Paul, it was a wrap. Paul Gasol was nowhere near on the level of these dudes I just described. He was nowhere on the level of D-Wade, LeBron, Bosh, Melo. He was nowhere near. Paul Gasol was just a one-time All-Star when he got Kobe. When he got to play one time. That was it. So it's interesting. Yes, you were viewed as a coward. You still are. You still are viewed as a coward. But what's also just occurred to me is that, damn, why didn't Kobe have these conversations? Makes you think, huh? Really makes you think. You guys leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section, and we'll catch you on the next show. Peace.